that no bastard ever won war by dying for his country.
Affirmative.
The other poor dumb bastard die for his country.
Affirmative, on my way.
Tonight, das Team Sportscast Network presents Return to Castle Wolfenstein.
Hallelujah! It looks like we've got ourselves a game. Right here, it's the Olympics in Berlin. High voltage back on the server. Ready now is the good little Axis Soldats to make the magic happen versus NARF. Wonderdog. Roster rundown.
I'm hoping that HV does a little bit better than what I did, but it's good to have them back on the server. Obviously, they've worked out the issues with the admin. Glad to have them back here. Again, those lineups brought to you by theworldogl.com. It's where the world comes to play. www.worldogl.com. Starting on the Allied defensive side, HV High Voltage is placing Xavier with a 50 ping, Jason 88 ping, Anomaly with a 98, Grimdeath the 96, Silence with a 95, and Deftone with a 48. Over on the NARF side, we have Lynch with a 50, Mark with a 66, Reverend 1316 and with a 53 ping, WarKrime 51, and Deji, the leader, and coming in at 59 ping as we're underway. Round one, first half. Warwitch, all you.
Man, this is going to be a good game. I'm pumped. We are here to pump you up. 9:40. Game underway now. Let's talk about the first blood. Let's talk about what's going down. Axis incoming NARF. And here is the deal already. NARF dominating. BeavermanA MP40 takes down Xavier, Deftone, and Grimdeath right there from the initial rush, getting it done. Keep in mind here that the Allied defenders, HV, making the push. We've got a dynamite plan near the service door at 918. We've already got some carnage out here on the Hillocks as HV fighting off the incoming Axis who are coming from the shipping hallways, and the Axis laying down a series of airstrikes on the Hillocks, trying to clear off the way and clear the path for the Axis blitzkrieg towards the Allied fortress. Yeah, Schnell. 9 minutes on the clock. Wonderdog, you've got a lockdown on the color commentary. What's going down?
Boy, that I got to tell you, before we dropped that initial push, I expected HV to do a little bit better on holding that flag, but they didn't even put a dent in NARF. NARF just ran over them like a steamroller, and it looked like Arcvile trying to get to the buffet table at QuakeCon. What I don't understand, and this may hurt them, is that NARF here for the entire time during this delay, just kind of messing around, obviously playing against Team WD. Now, you know, they're cold. HV is going to come in cold, and that it's going to take them some time to warm up. This could cost them the early first moments of this first half.
It's 817. We'll talk about the quick Allied defense up here around the documents on the upper tier. Deftone Medic right here on the document side. We've got a Panzerfaust exploding. Grimdeath HV taking down WarKrime. One-man Panzerfaust kill. We got a 1, 2, 3, maybe a 4-man, a 3 or 4-man defense on the upper tier around the documents. Machine gun fires down towards the Axis. Incoming the Axis now. Who is it? Can't see, can't get a lock, and he's taken down. It's WarKrime who drops an airstrike up above just by the documents themselves. And booyah! Lynch right there of NARF lays down the major support fire, taking down all the defense. Deftone, Jason, and Silence. Incoming push now with the grab. Leutman BeavermanA with the grab, hopping down towards the courtyard, making his way right now, and it looks like he's down and killed. Machine gun now, and grabbed again by Mark from NARF now through the doorway itself into the shipping hallways, making his way to the north connection, and heading ever so valiantly towards the half-track. Wonderdog, 722. Could he go home? Could he go all the way? Take it home.
Oh, he is gone. He is looking like Barry Bonds on a 3-2 fastball. No, I take that back. He's not loading out from the south service halls. I take it back. Picked up by a backup player coming in from behind, grabbing the documents, keeping them alive. Now a little bit of a duel here. Nobody left to duel up the friends. They are on their way. NARF coming in from behind through the south service hallways, chasing the the Allied defenders as quickly as they could, but no dice. Wow, what a time. 6 minutes and 51 seconds left on the clock. That means 3 minutes and 7 seconds is all HV has to steal the round.
NARF have come to dominate tonight. They have come to play. And that domination is a little shout out to Marshall XR, TSN Counter-Strike Shoutcaster, his favorite word in the last Shoutcast. Domination going down. Quick rundown of the efficiencies, shall we? Let's take a look here. Team efficiency, Allied HV, 40%, the highest of which a 66 for grimdeath HV, 4 and 2. Moving then to the Axis side of the NARF offensive push, 49% efficiency, the highest of which an 83 for Dudg, who's got that 5-1 ratio. Now as the countdown is underway and the warm-up quickly coming to an end, HV not going to have much time here to get things done. They've got 3:07 to make it happen, Wonderdog. What can they do to get this done now? What strat do they need to utilize? Get it. Let me slow down. What strat do they need to utilize? Well, I think they got to push through the service door, grab the flag. They need to push through, grab that flag, get the service door down as quickly as possible, and then they got one shot. That is it. If I was, on the other hand, NARF, doing the defense, I wouldn't even come for the flag. Who cares? Maybe send one guy to the flag and send the rest of them guarding for the quick grab, which HV might be forced to do early on in this game. If I was HV, I wouldn't let the zone get down. It looks like they're going to go down 1-0 with 2 minutes and 23 seconds left in the game. As the Axis now capture the shipping halls. They've got it. They've got it locked down here. Looking at a duel here between Mark and Xavier. Mark and Xavier both falling, but the whole team respawning. This is the push they need. The service door is down. Here goes HV. Warwitch, back to you. Here's the rush. They've got to do it here. One chance only. One life to live. The crowd on their feet. 2 minutes. HV now across the hilltops, but the support fire of NARF and the machine gun fire of the NARF defense are shutting them down. HV did not get far. We've got Jason remaining over here by the old Allied storage, taking some heavy fire. And down in the snow. Grimdeath's Panzerfaust right there, though. Takes down BeavermanA and Mark. And we got a grab. We got a grab now. This could be what we're looking for. Grimdeath with the grab. 1-3-6 now down to the shipping hallways. Wonderdog, it could be what they're looking for. Chase down and a return. Allies make the return just underneath the noses of HV, who are all over the documents down below. And that grab, which clearly could have been an upset for NARF and thrown them on their heels, is recovered by the valiant Allied coalition forces of NARF, quickly approaching the 1 minute warning, and I think it's lights out for HV.
Nice job there by HV to get in and grab the documents and almost get away, but NARF on their defense, they sent 2 men, one each through each door going into the service hallway, and essentially cut off the Axis player trying to escape and any backup coming from the service doorway itself. Great play by NARF on the defensive end, a nice read and react as they rotated over, spotted, and went for the blitz as the ball carrier came up through the middle. He was almost gone, but the safety made a nice game-saving tackle right there with 35 seconds left on the clock. HV will not have enough time to get these documents home as NARF is all over this document and the document tower. They're getting nowhere.
23 seconds now in garbage time tonight. Like you said, a valiant HV push. They nearly had it. They had the rush. Grimdeath feeling confident, hopping down from the document tower down to that ladder on the second tier, trying to get inside and making the push, but the NARF team was not going to let it go, and subsequently, with 3 seconds remaining and the final deaths underway, it is 1-0 for the Allies as NARF go up and take the lead in BoB 2. Round 4, Wonderdog.
You know what, Warwitch, now that first round's over, HV's got their feet back under them. They get to start in the offense here. They had a really good push. Then they almost got away with those documents. You got to take that into this next round here. They were down 1-0, yes. They've given up the first round. NARF is still undefeated. They are 10-0 in BoB 2 play. Not lost a round yet, and now HV is 9-1. I wouldn't go in with a head hanging low kind of thing, though. This is the time for them to regroup and get back here on the offense. They got to get that door blown, get that flag, and get to the documents. They had a good strat there where they actually camped out on the Allied spawn area, making sure that the Allies couldn't get there, but there were a couple of players coming around from the other side who were able to swarm through. So here we go. Second round, first half.
955, sound the alarm. Round 2, set 1, brought to you by PsychoServers.com. Check them out. Game underway, TSN Warwitch, your Axel Shoutcaster, TSN Juno is your cameraman, and the Canadian favorite, TSN Wonderdog, making his return to RTCW tonight. Here we go. Got the Allies now down at my plant service doorway, incoming access. You are asking yourself, our HV. Nice last set, had a nice push. We just ran out of time. We've got the Allies now inside of the shipping hallways north connection, and they're really trying to lock it down, but it looks like HV is going to come out on top. They are going to capture the flag area, taking down the last remnants of the Allied defense. It is Xavier right there with the flag capture, also a medic making the revivals on Silence, who is the engineer, and in just a moment we're going to see a concerted Axis push right here towards the Allied fortress. Moving their way out now, they're charging forward across the hilltops. A surface door is breached at 9:05, machine gun fire. BeavermanA over here by the old Allied storage, taken down with his killer MP40, Silence, and Anomaly. He's got that crazy aim, and it's really laying the hurt down long-range machine gun fire. 851, let's talk about the defense in which NARF had set up. Wonderdog, give us a rundown.
All right, let's take a look here. They've already lost the forward spawn flag, and that's not necessarily too bad. They lost it within a minute, and that's a good thing for HV. HV was really able to push their voltage, getting a job done on that flag with about a minute, and we're able to push out with 2 or 3 guys still alive to come out through those north tunnels area into the forested area that leads to the fortress. However, that is now gone, and airstrikes are being called in from underneath on the service door, as well as towards the well-campable area over by the documents themselves. BeavermanA is up near those documents trying to stay alive. The NARF backing him up as a medic. Is going to go revive him, but he cannot. He is dead. He's waiting for the respawn as the Allies come pouring out of the Allied spawn. They have 3 or 4 guys now regrouping, and now it's HV's turn to regroup and get back to their attack strategy. Warwitch, over to you.
Taking a look for HV now. They are sporadically coming in because they're being cut down by the cheese grater style defense of the Allied coalition forces of NARF right here. 7:42 on the clock here tonight. Major airstrikes on the secondary lower tier of the Allied fortress, waiting here for any incoming. 736, no sign of action. A lot of Allies in the courtyard, rushing past the gate now. Nice crossfire being utilized by the NARF team. Incoming airstrikes here, dropping grenades as well inside of the shipping halls where we've got the Axis gearing up. Now, the commanders of here, they're standing by. Xavier, HV, medic down here, deftone, Leutman, and into the breach we go! Charging forward! Anomaly and deftone are taken down! Firing squad from the Allies as they try to get something done. Man, we got some medic revivals going down. Deftone revived for a moment, then taken down by BeavermanA from on high. 704, high voltage, struggling now. Man, I'll tell you what, this NARF defense is rock solid. Rock solid tonight, holding off the incoming crushing waves of the HV attack at 653. Most of the HV are kind of held up at the moment inside of the service halls. Down below, engaged in bloody knife-to-knife, hand-to-hand combat with the Allied forces who are making them fight for every inch in this battle of attrition to grab the documents and bring them back to the Axis transmitting tower on MP Ice. 633, Wonderdog, it's all you.
All right, NARF here. I've got a little lock and kind of deciding what they were doing on defense, trying to figure it out. The NARF is sitting right inside the document room, and he's the guy who's dropping grenades down inside the service door, and he's using that inside the room where the documents are for cover. Mark is over by the dual stairs access, dual ladder access to get up to that top roof, and they also have BeavermanA over by the document room just outside that. One man downstairs on the ground outside the fortress itself, but still inside the fortress wall, is Lynch from NARF, and his job is to kind of go into the service doorway, see where anybody's coming through. If the Axis are coming through there, then he wants to know about it. And they've got 2 men who are on the outside in the forested area, and whenever the Axis come pushing through, they then come pushing through this south service hallway entrance and come right back and grab the flag from the Axis. It is a great strategy. It is a 3-1-2 defense. 3 on top of the fortress, 1 down below the fortress, and 2 outside the fortress walls, and it is holding strong. Already 5 minutes and 27 seconds gone in the match, and NARF has yet to see the documents leave in this round. Over to you.
Got myself a spotlight on Xavier, HV, upper tier, making the charge, trying to get something done against the hell of machine gun fire. He is still alive, bounding forward, airstrikes come in, and he's got himself the grab. Here is the grab we're looking for. Xavier, HV, trying to get something done as the Axis with the attempt lost track of Xavier. We're going to be moving down to the shipping hallways to try to track him down here. I see him taking some machine gun fire. NARF setting up a defense. Incoming ambush from Rev. Rev in position with a pistol, but taken down. HV now making the run to the 50-yard line. 4-4-6 on the clock. Backed up now by his teammates. Another ambush in the north connection. BeavermanA with a powerful MB40 is there, taking down his teammates, but nice revivals from Jason. Securing the north connection now. Xavier with the grab. Still's got it. He's a medic making his way to the half track, but we see some plumes of incoming airstrikes. Waiting for the third and final ambush from NARF. No sign. Incoming now. Deftone and Silence going to be leading the charge towards the Allied, or the Axis transmitting tower. Charging in now at 418. Here we go. Trying to secure it. There is an ambush. Or no. He's inside as the Axis win at 5:45. HV are on the clock.
Nice job by HV. They snuck a man in from around the back.
Go ahead.
Oops.
Yeah.
No, why don't I just talk over the sounder? That was nice. Go ahead and play that sounder. They're the ones who are paying the good money.
This is the sounder that never ends. Oh, sorry.
We'll be back in a moment.
BoB 2 is brought to you by EVGA.com. With their newest line of NVIDIA GeForce FX 5200-based graphics adapters, you'll not only get the GeForce FX 5200 GPU with the performance you would expect from NVIDIA, but you also get some of the best-in-class features, drivers, and reliability that has given EVGA.com one of the highest customer loyalty ratings in the industry. Asymmetric cooling, ease-of-use automated drivers, and unprecedented customer service, things that you can only get from EVGA.com, one of the proud sponsors of Battle on the Beachhead 2. Battle on the Beachhead 2 is brought to you by NVIDIA. NVIDIA's GeForce FX solutions deliver cinematic quality effects, true 128-bit studio quality color, and industry-renowned software stability, compatibility, and reliability. With a GeForce FX GPU powering your desktop or mobile PC, you will have the most compelling and cinematic entertainment experiences ever seen. Graphics to the power of N. NVIDIA.
There's nothing worse than a competitive team without a server to call home. Always begging others for practice space, having to give up the home field advantage every match, and generally not getting the respect you deserve. Pro teams need a home, and ClanBank has the answer. ClanBank offers fast and powerful game servers for almost all of the popular internet multiplayer games. Get hosted with servers for games like Quake 3 Arena, Half-Life, Jedi Knight 2, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and Soldier of Fortune 2. They also host many popular mods such as Urban Terror, Counter-Strike, Team Fortress Classic, Day of Defeat, Rocket Arena, and Team Arena. Visit www.clanbank.com right now and check out the best prices around for private and public server hosting for your team. It's cheaper than you think, and it will give your team the competitive edge you need to be the best. www.clanbank.com. RTCW.
Return to Castle Wolfenstein. Prepare to fight.
TSN.
Very quick shout out to all of our listeners out there who make the Team Sportscast Network so successful. A big salute to you. Yellow, Schnell, all that good stuff. 5:42 on the clock. Wonderdog, HV Now, Allied Coalition Forces. Vital set for these guys. Round 2, set number 2. Why is this set so vital for HV?
Well, I think they got to get back on the scoreboard here. The one thing that they know is that they won't be able to force a tie on this round because they had to set the aggression, and they did that. They set it with a good time of 5 minutes and 34 seconds or so, and they were able to set a good time. Now they're able to get back into the game and shift momentum. Momentum, as Cold Shot would say, mother momentum is all theirs. And HV did a nice job. Xavier the medic snuck up from the back ladder while the rest of his teammates came out the front of the service halls. He went out the back. And that seemed to work very well, and he got away, got the cap, backed up by his teammates, and a nice bit of teamwork. This is why HV is one of the best teams in RTCW at the moment. And they've got a good shot here of tying up this game 1-1, but they got to make it happen on the defensive side as I'm watching Lynch NARF coming through. He's got the dynamite plant on the fortress wall already. Warwitch not looking good here for HV's defense. They got to reset.
HV seeming to play a very slack defense. Nice Panzerfaust from grimdeath, though, is going to reward the incoming NARF members with a world of pain. WarKrime and Lynch down into the field. 4-2-6. Now we've got NARF all over the Allied fortress, but that rush, sporadic rush that made it all the way through the shipping halls, captured the flag, got the plant on the door and the fortress wall. succeeded in doing what it needed to do. That is all NARF wanted to do, was crack the outer shell of the Allied defense. They've got time for a second and a third rush, and that is what's going down now. The stragglers of NARF are over here on the hillocks by the old Allied storage, just kind of gearing up. We've got the likes of WarKrime dropping some airstrikes into the courtyard of the Allied HV roster. Waiting now. Booyah! Nice support fire from WarKrime. Takes down Anomaly. Nice. Game is over for him. It is the Allied defense of HV still trying to lock it down. The Axis at 3-4-0. We're going to be seeing another nice push from NARF in just a moment.
NARF has not given up the service room yet. They've been all over the mid-fortress wall and the service wall, as well as just around the fortress wall, and it's really causing HV some problem. They are really pushing up above, and looks like they've got a couple of players now up on the upper level. Mowed down by one player, nice. Deftone coming through as a medic, doing what he needed to do. He got not one, but two players. That could have cost HV the round and possibly the game, but Deftone playing like the star that he is, coming through with the clutch free throws when it came right down to it, but there's a grab. Lynch, NARF not letting him get too far. Documents grab, and he's out to service doors. He's in the duel, loses it to grimdeath. Gonna get backed up though, and medic back alive. Lynch and Mark now trying to get in, and alive. He's going. The documents are down, and they're gonna get returned. A nice job there by the HV defense. Backup was there, Warwitch, but they could not make it happen. HV got the documents back safe and sound. 2 minutes, 30 seconds left on the clock. Over to you.
Very nice play from HV, staying in the ball game here. Definitely a little bit off kilter in the first round, but now trying to lock things down in round two. And against NARF, that ain't easy. You've got to bring your A game right from the start, because NARF is a team that knows how to do it. Two-time Cal championship, now in BoB 2, RTCW Carnage 207. Two-man defense up here by the documents. We've got Silent HV, Lieutenant Allied Coalition, and by the documents as well, Deftone the medic, using that critical medic and lieutenant action. But we've got a two-man incoming Axis charge. Here they come. The Axis moving forward. It is NARF. Schnell charging forward and reviving Lynch. NARF is down. The medic is down, but Lynch, the Leutman, is there to make the grab. Backed up now by BeavermanA and friends. NARF Rev 1316 in position, skiing down the hills on the Axis skis. Oh, and taken down by some machine gun fire, but his comrade makes the grab behind him. Skis down the hill and grabs it just like in Tribes 1. Picks the documents up out of the bloodstained snow. Rev 1316, the medic, now backed up by several members of the Axis army here tonight. The Soldats getting it done, moving towards the half track. 117, HV better have an ambush here, because if not, the NARF team is going to beat the time. 1:17 on the clock. Incoming rush now. Incoming push, trying to get it home. Can they do it? Wonderdog, they beat the time, and that is bad news for HV.
A nice job there. Again, NARF doing the exact same thing they did in the first round. They sent 3-4 men outside the front of the service hallways, the closest side to the Allied spawn, and then snuck a couple of players up the dual ladders. Gone with the documents, because it would cause the defense to overreact to those four guys coming out on the front. Then the two guys would come up on the back while the enemy was hurting, trying to get healed, lick their wounds, and that translates into a 2-0 lead for NARF. I like HV, but I'm not sure they can come back from a deficit like this. We shall see. Round 3, first half, about to begin.
Wow. Waiting on our players gives us another chance, man. Stumbling over my words from shouting so much. We'll be back to cover the carnage. Stand by. match. 9:44, Allied HV now with the chance to hold off NARF as long as they can, but NARF is on fire. They 2-0 lead. Yo, Wonderdog, take it away.
Nice push here by Lynch and NARF on the Axis team, trying to get the dynamite planted on that service door, and they do it. The Allies just too late to defend. To me, like, although Anomaly got some nice kills there on that starting of the round here at the flag defense, it looks to me like part of the difference has been is that HV is winning the one-on-one battles. Now, Jason and the rest of the HV teammates do have a lock on that forward flag. Unfortunately, the service door has been breached, so it looks like and play it safe. That 1 minute gone on the clock, and that is a good time. They're going to get this flag captured as BeavermanA starts moving through the service halls, through the service door now, is on the run, on the move, to try and get that document grab early to see if he can catch HV happen. I don't think he's going to be able to do so, though. Grenades being dropped down on top of him. Going to miss. But the defense is set up statically once again for HV. NARF is going to have to work hard here. They got the 2-0 lead. They might try something a little unorthodox here. See if they can catch HV napping. They've got the lead to play with. But if I know them, they're going to go for the kill. Stick with the one that brought you and dance with the one who brought you, I should say. And I think that's exactly what NARF's going to do. They got a stranglehold on this game. Looking to put NARF into the Final Four. Over to you.
Well, HV utilizing a very outer perimeter style defense, not harassing the incoming NARF team all that much as they try to get something done on the Allied Fortress 759. For the Wolf TV viewers out there, welcome also TVSN tonight on server number 3, cameraman TSN Juno, www.tsncentral.com. 749, Axis capture the shipping hallways, likely recapturing that right now as the Axis team again. Incoming NARF, Lynch, WarKrime, Rev 1316 to G, BeavermanA and Mark versus HV Jason, Anomaly, Silent, Xavier, Deftone, and grimdeath. Nice Panzer from grimdeath starts things off the right way. Taking down Mark and Lynch. Time to respawn, sucker. See ya. Back to the battlefield in about 30 seconds or so. 7:25 on the clock. Some machine gun fire as the members of HV are going down on the hilltops from the suppressive fire of NARF, who are basically attacking from every angle. But so far at 713, it appears that NARF, or rather HV Coalition Allied troops, are able to hold off the push of the NARF team. What accounts for this Wonderdog? Only you can guess.
Well, I'm telling you, they are really starting to lock down the forward spawn. They've seen this offense now 4 times. Yes, is it 2 times? Yeah, they've seen that offense 2 times. This is the 3rd time they've seen it now. So the odds are they know how to correct against it. What happens is that an ally or an Axis lieutenant comes pushing out of the service doors closest to the Allied spawn, throws down an airstrike up on the hill, leading to the fortress to try and take anybody out near the document room itself. Then a couple of Axis players like Mark here, as he just pushes up, mows down all of the defense, and comes in, grabs the documents. They come in from the other side, and then push in and try and take out the hurting Allied defenders. And so far, it has worked probably 40 to 30% of the time. They're getting tons of documents grabbed. No, he can't get away, though. He gets mowed down by Jason. Jason making the save. It looks like Deftone and the rest of his teammates were coming in for a crossfire. The Allied spawn just in time, but they've got to figure out a way to stop that initial push by the Axis coming in, throwing down an airstrike, and then the dual Axis push coming up from the dual ladder system. And Juno, I don't know if I could say ladder any more times than you said choke point in that last sentence. What do you think?
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you on that one.
The Axis,
back to you, Warwitch.
The Axis ladder and the Allied ladder, the choke point of doom, and the wild times at 5:37 on the clock here tonight. Here's another push. Incoming 3-man Axis push, upper tier, charging forward. It looks like they're going to get something done. Making the charge and a grab of the documents. Rev 1316, boom! Bam! See ya! Man, he is blindsided by a Panzerfaust against the wall. He's bounding forward towards the Axis hill to ski down, and out of nowhere, a Panzerfaust just slams him in the side of the head from grimdeath, who locks on target and mows him down. The documents are now up here on the upper tier. They're trying to... there's no one to grab them. Nothing but Axis corpses up here. Nice save by grimdeath. That could have been a critical mistake, and now HV allies are back in position, reclaiming and returning the objective now. Once again, good fortune and the good aim of grimdeath have saved the HV team so far.
Nice job here. Again, this is without the fortress wall being blown, and I'm over here by the fortress wall now, looking at the doorway that leads up on the little piece of wood that's leaning on the archway. And that is where all of the Axis players come pouring out. They kind of spread out in a 3-on-1, 2-on-2, two-team fashion. And they are spreading out. They are getting the job done. They are winning the pistol duels long range. They are taking down. They are grouped up in groups of, a 2, 3, or 4. And they are getting it done because they are just overrunning the static defense that HV has set up. They've set up maybe 1-2 guys here, 1-2 guys there, and it is really working that they're just able to overcome them with numbers and then revive themselves back up to the full army that they had, the Fantastic Four rush. They usually end up with 1 to 2 guys left standing coming up that ladder in great position to take down any remaining upper tier defenders. Now we got here a little bit of a push as we're waiting for that airstrike to come in. Grimdeath is going to hang out on top of the hot tin roof of the Axis spawn, trying to slow down any Axis pushing. And it's so far nobody really left alive. I see Mark over here by the dual stairs inside the little room leading up to the upper tier, but that is it. He is waiting for backup, and Warwitch with 3:30 left on the clock. HV might have figured out a way here to lock down the NARF offensive push. So far, NARF only able to get a couple of grabs. HV really reacting. Warwitch looking very solid is HV's defense right now.
My question, though, is it too little, too late? Already 2-0 lead for the NARF team, but HV's a team that will not say die. True soldats on the battlefield of 1944. Game is still underway. And we got a grab. Out of nowhere, we've got a grab of some documents now. Who's got it? It is 13-16 again with the grab. Major airstrike, and he's down. He tries to dabble and pussyfoot around in the upper tier, and an incoming Allied Mustang mows him down with a series of cluster bombs, and he ain't going far. Xavier is now protecting it along with Deftone, who makes the return. Nice strafing incoming airstrike fire saves the day yet again, and HV holding off NARF longer now than they have the entire match so far. It looks like they've really begun to adapt. But again, if they could have done this right from the start, we might have not seen the 2-0 lead that NARF have at the moment. Will NARF get wise? Will NARF wisen up here and try something different? Very likely, so HV better have a powerful and a strong offense ready for the next engagement, because here's another push. We've got Rev 13-16 charging forward. It looks like he's going to get the grab, and he does so. Wonderdog, he's got it. He's got the documents hopping now down to the shipping hallways. We're going to hand it to you as you cover the action of Rev 13-16. Schnell with the charge.
All of HV now on the run to try and get to the south service hallways and slow down the enemy from getting away. He's already out the north service hallways back to the cabins and is coming up to the half track, but there's Xavier coming through the doorway, shooting long range. It looks like, oh my goodness, Rev 316 is going to retreat and get as far away from the other team while all of NARF respawns at the cabin. This is a great strategy for them. Just wait. All there is Anomaly and Xavier against the entire NARF roster here on the server tonight. Lynch now pushing forward to try and take down the enemy. Anomaly down. Anomaly is now revived, I should say. Then he gets taken down. The medic. And Xavier is down as well. Here comes Grimdeath. He's going to try and get in. Not going to do it, though. Dead G's got the documents. He's a medic getting shot up a little bit from behind. He's on the run.
And down!
Recovery drops. Documents are in the open, and they're going to get returned by Jason.
Booyah! Hallelujah! What a grab! What a return! Jason with the save. 49 seconds. Clutch play right now. HV are back in the ballgame, and 42 seconds are going to hold off NARF the entire time. Axis then recapture the shipping hallways. Wonderdog, we are seeing the new face of high voltage tonight, and it's a face of a powerful defense. Wow.
High voltage is dancing with the devil, and they are winning. They are holding on, and it is at least with Anomaly, every defense is overrun. Anomaly instantly calls in for support fire. As a lieutenant, he calls in for that support fire to try and slow down the enemy with 3 seconds left on the glow. And that has saved them 3 times. And that last push, of course, Anomaly, Xavier, Grimdeath, and Jason all coming through with clutch key battles and winning them, slowing down the entire offensive push of NARF before they can get away with those documents. And that was a full 10-minute hold. HV, under pressure, under fire, it's win or go home. And they have done just that. Now all they have to do is win, and they're back in the game, down 2-1.
NARF with the team with something to lose versus HB with everything to gain, something to prove tonight. Standing by for 10 players. Wonderdog. Wow, we had a lot of listeners tonight. 2-0 lead, but HB able now to get back in that game if they can get a grab and bring home the docks within a 10-minute time period. It's going to be a 2-1 ball game here on the Team Sportscast Network tonight. Will it happen? Well, we're going to see in a moment TSN Wolwitch and TSN Wonderdog. Back with more in a moment.
Psychoservers.com. All right, here's the deal, kids. If you're looking for game server hosting with insane performances at a price that's just plain crazy, you know, in a good kind of crazy way, you need to pay a visit to Psycho Servers. Formerly known as Dragoon's Lair Gaming, Psycho Servers is renovating itself and bringing gamers the best possible price and performance for affordable game server hosting. You can't afford to pass up giving these guys a look. The prices will impress you, and the game selection is great too. www.psychoservers.com. Go crazy.
You're listening to the Team Sportscast Network, your war correspondents for the upcoming battle on the Beachhead 2. Stay tuned to TSN for more details.
BoB 2 is brought to you by id Software. id Software is the most prestigious group of game developers in the world. Creators of the wildly popular Doom, Quake, and Wolfenstein series, id Software has been fragging the competition since 1991 with game titles that will blow your mind away. Stunning graphics and liquid smooth gameplay add to the rich and innovative game engines that emerge from the underground layers of the id development team. For more information, visit the id website at www.idsoftware.com.
Welcome back to what is proving to be an amazing game tonight here on the Team Sportscast Network. I am the Shoutcaster. With the access code, standing by. With me, TSN Wonderdog, who will be joining us back here in a moment, and TSN Juno, the cameraman. Don't forget tonight, after the Shoutcast, stay tuned, don't disconnect. TVSN and Server 1 going to be rocking within the mix with TSN Juno. Some good trance techno action. Yo, Wonderdog, welcome back. We are in server, getting ready to kick some ass in 1944. Back just in time. We're waiting on one player, and good times. Good times being had here on the Team Sportscast Network. Or not. You there?
Pretty close. This is starting to turn out to be the match that I thought it would be. It took a little longer than...
He's a bit low. Warwitch.
Well, hi, Jude. How are you?
I'm here. Just fixing my ventrilo lag, and you guys left me with dead air. Yeah, freaks. 9:44. Wonderdog, come on, buddy. Take it away.
All right, well, taking it away here, we got a match underway. This is the second half, a full hold by HV on the defense, and now they're on the offense. Here comes Mark from NARF, taking down the entire Axis push. He's mowed down 2 or 3 players now. Anomaly, Grimdeath taking down a couple of players. Jason still alive, but he's caught in a bit of a crossfire. Can't get in to get to that flag. The flag is still out in the open. Now the last man is WarKrime from NARF, and he holds Anomaly from getting away. 1 man left in the vent, and WarKrime takes him down. Great shooting, as I've got a lock here on Anomaly, Silence, and WarKrime taking down Anomaly and Silence from HV. They've got the forward flag held here. Oh my goodness, did he just do what I thought he did?
Yeah.
I think he hung the airstrike on the lamp.
It was awesome. I was watching that too. And a nice Panzerfaust right there. But yeah, he hung the airstrike on the lantern in the north connection, so it didn't get much done, but it was definitely a money shot, a rim shot right there to join the NBA. Here's the incoming push here. We got the Allies defending the flag area. The Allies NARF looking strong, playing a very different kind of defense. Uh-oh, dynamite plant, service doorway. We've got the Axis now going to be clashing with the Allies. Machine gun fire and Xavier HV takes down BeavermanA from behind. The G-NARF charges forward with his pistol, but here comes HV making the charge now, and a two-man Panzerfaust kill lays the hunt down as the G and Lynch are blown away by grimdeath and the Panzer Doom. Now, HV with control of the flag area at 8:06. This is a good set for them because they have got all the time on the clock. If they can get a grab and bring it home, the game is 2-1. 2-1. If not, then we're just heading off to a new round, and it remains a 2-0 margin. 7-5-4. Wonderdog, what's going down?
Well, I got to tell you, I think that's a good step in the direction for NARF, actually, this second half. It could have been that the flag should have been grabbed within about a minute. And now the time is already at 7:35, and the Axis are just beginning their first push towards the documents, and that bodes well because it burns off valuable seconds, and that's what this map is all about. You can lock down the top document all the time, but the fortress, I should say, all the time. But if you can hold that flag for an extra minute and a half, it creates just an incredible amount of time that the Axis have to then switch to get to the flag. They have to push a little bit harder, work harder on that flag, and then switch their momentum towards the documents. And that is a good job by NARF. NARF with a little bit of momentum here. They set up on their defense, 7 minutes left to go on the clock. They've got 1 man currently up, 2 men currently up on top of the upper tier of the fortress. Mid-tier, we've got no one kind of idling around. Airstrikes being called in, as is the typical standard. They're airstriking towards the side service exit, the one away from the Allied spawn, and trying to catch any of the enemies incoming. Airstrikes being called in by the Axis. Offensive HV push, but not going to get through are the Axis players. Here they come. They're starting to come out the door now. Warwitch, what's going on?
Here's the charge we've been looking for. HV a little bit slow off the start, but now inside of the courtyard. Several of their members are down. Jason HV to the rescue, charging forward, making revivals with Silence. Silence is now up. And we got a 2-man push inside the courtyard. Silence taking some taking some fire is what I'm trying to talk about. Hanging out by the ladder, then blown away by an airstrike or a grenade or something. He was hanging on the ladder and just turned to giblets. It's over for him. A 1-man defense to G up here on the upper tier of the defensive position. 5-5-7. That push by HV was shut down. A 2-man defense over here, led by Rev 1316 from NARF by the old Allied storage, are opening fire, but we got a 4-man rush incoming HV. This could be the rush we're looking for. Charging now across the front of the Allied fortress, but WarKrime with some support fire, and then an MP40 takes 3 of the 4 members down. Jason and Xavier are blown away by the Mustang, and Anomaly is cut down by an MP40, so that 4-man rush becomes a 1-man rush, which is quickly decimated by the awaiting WarKrime NARF Lieutenant Allied Forces. 5-2-1, ain't looking good. As the Axis need to charge forward here and get something done, because they've got the chance here, and NARF is not going to give you another chance like this. They let it slip once, their offense not able to do it, and this time around, they realize that you're basically what I'm saying here is I'm rambling. NARF is not going to let HV have another chance at 10 minutes on the clock. Wonderdog. Took me forever to say that.
No, and NARF is doing a nice job to return the favor, a little tit for tat, as they say. And they are really locking it down in a nice fashion. Again, all of HV forced to come out. They tried to come through the outside of the fortress wall, and every time they do that, they just get airstriked to death. But now they got that fortress wall blown. The outer wall is blown, and that'll give them a little bit of a different advantage point. So once again, we will see NARF changing up their defense and reacting. We shall see if this actually turns into an HV advantage. I'm not sure. That shall see. Go ahead, Warwitch. Over to you.
All right, oh, there's a TK of bad proportions. Deftone, oh no. The crowd, HV fans ain't happy. Deftone lays the smackdown with an airstrike, takes down Xavier in silence, and puts a shutdown of that incoming rush for HV. Down in just a moment. 3-5-8 ain't looking good. Let's continue the carnage right here. Very strong defense for the Allies. Taking a look here on the spotlight of deftone, upper tier, leaving that inside hand-over-hand ladder, waiting to drop his airstrike. Allies reclaim, Axis then capture. Shipping always 343. Still with the spotlight on deftone, standing by, waiting. Nothing going down here. Let's take a look at the Allied defense outside. A one-man Mark NARF defense, a two-man BeavermanA lieutenant who is just now murdered and taken down by the machine gun fire of the incoming HV member deftone, but Mark makes the revivals. Deftone in trouble, and 1 against 2. He's in a world of hurt now, rearming and taken down and beaten down in the field as the Allies rush his position over on the left-hand side, hand-over-hand ladder on the upper tier, and murder him in the field. Allies have no mercy for the Axis here in Berlin tonight. 308 MPI Snark with a 2-0 lead on the Team Sportscast Network. Battle on Das Beachhead 2, round number 4. What a mouthful. Warwitch Wonderdog Schnell. Your turn, buddy. Man.
Watching Lynch here, he's switching up his defensive position. He's actually over top of the outside entrance to the fortress. He's kind of hanging out and seeing if that's where the Axis team is going to push through. That's what they've done the last 2 times. No, sir, they're coming from the inside again. They've switched it up one more time. A couple of men down for both teams, Anomaly and Deftone. It looks like some airstrike has taken down the roof defense, and all that's left up here is Mark. Mark has a couple of med packs waiting for him as he's up on that upper tier, just guarding away against any sort of offensive push. BeavermanA also there, using the fortress wall nearest the Allied spawn for a bit of a boost, a bit of height, trying to get a lock here on the enemy as they push through. No such incursion yet. I do have a lock now on Xavier as he's heading up the dual stairwells. We'll see him in a moment pop out onto that roof along with Deftone, but he's got to come through Mark and the G. The G has switched back to that defensive position. Airstrikes being called in. Mortar being called in. Support fire over towards those dual stairwells. But the Axis have gotten over top here. They're getting over to the document room, and now more dueling happening. Xavier getting taken down though. And there's a grab from behind. BeavermanA in full pursuit, but there is a grab. The grab is made by Jason. He's a medic, and he's gone down to the service hallways, but he's mowed down!
See ya!
Mowed down Warwitch by BeavermanA on the pursuit. It's too little, too late for the backup in pursuit with 1 minute and 21 seconds left on the clock. A nice play by BeavermanA, saving the round, and NARF's undefeated record in BoB 2 play. They have yet to drop a round to any team, and that includes ties. I'm not sure how many ties they've gone through, but ties don't count as dropped rounds, so that record is still intact. Over to you.
We have a grab, but too late. Deftone taken down. Objective secure. We're at the 1 minute warning now. That was the last hope for HB to get something done. Do you see it? Take a look at the artillery support from Rev 1360 laying the smackdown. It is like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Grimdeath, Anomaly, Jason, Silence, murdered by incoming airstrikes. Game over. Death from above. Airborne Rangers kicking ass here tonight. What an artillery support strike from Rev 1316. Putting the nail in the coffin of the HV Axis offense, man, oh man, laying down the heavy artillery fire. A 4-man artillery support kill with 17 seconds remaining. Wonderdog NARF, as you said, a tit for tat, touche, hold off HV the entire time and say, you know what, if we're not going to get the documents, neither are you, and we're going to be moving to a round number 4, set 1. Eat this high voltage, because the game is not yet over, but we've got the lead with 2-0. Full hold on round number 3, set 2.
Nice job by both teams, but this time NARF's defense, particularly the use of airstrikes, gets us a victory in the full ball. We are in round number 4. Round number 4 is brought to you by clanbank.com, hosting up some great servers. Check them out, www.clanbank.
You and your team can call home. Well, look no further. Clanbank personal game servers are up for the taking at www.clanbank.com. Offering low-paying servers for the lower-budget gamer, Clanbank offers a variety of server options that cater to your little wallet that you probably just left in the washer. Ah, crap. Clan Bank server support games like Quake 3 Arena, Counter-Strike, Soldier of Fortune 2, Urban Terror, Return to Castle Wolfenstein, and much, much more. Visit our website at www.clanbank.com for more information on how you and your team can benefit from the luxury of your very own dependable and affordable personal server. That's www.clanbank.com. Stay tuned to TSN for this week's coupon code, and you can use it to get 20% off any Clan Bank server.
Round 4, set number 1. How about another rundown on the rosters very quickly? Wonderdog, Xavier, HV, Anomaly, Grimdeath, Jason, Silence, and that's it. For NARF, G, WarKrime, BeavermanA, Mark, Rev 1316, and Lynch. Allied offense right now, or Allied defense is NARF. Axis offense again. HV now trying to get something done and unable to do so in round 3, set 2. What's the secret this time to break the invincible NARF defense?
Well, I think they had a really good rotation going on their last bit of attack strategy, and it really kept NARF switching back and forth. But again, they were unable to overcome what NARF was doing with the airstrikes. A couple of guys getting killed there on the service door. The service door has been breached. Flag has not been grabbed, though. There was a nice bit of dynamite. The Allied players tried to get the defusal, but it didn't happen. Now that the door's been blown, that's the kind of push they needed. It's about 8 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the half, and it looks very good right now for HV, who has a little bit of momentum here. Oh, but I take that back. A return fire once again. BeavermanA, and what did I say, Warwitch? Support fire. HV has got to figure out a way to get around that blue smoke. It is killing them.
Wiping them out with 8-11 now. Standing by. HV now trying to set that time. NARF feeling confident with that nice 2-0 buffer of a lead in BoB 2 round number 4. This is the last of the battles from the Elite 8. And then we'll be moving off to the Final 4 and Battle on DOS Beachhead 2, brought to you by the OGL. 7-5-1. Allied defense. NARF in position. Mark over by the Axis, good God, the fortress wall side of the upper tier defense. Looks like he is going to get taken down by an airstrike. We've got BeavermanA, and we've got G NARF over here on the right-hand side, document side, as we've got some of the Axis down here in the courtyard being handily dispatched by the crossfire of NARF, set up in position now. The likes of Rev 1316, a lieutenant on a seek and destroy mission, is then himself going to get taken down by Anomaly. And we've got a 2-man push inside of the front of the fortress now. We're waiting now to see what they can do, following the likes of Grimdeath, who backs up to make the revival on his comrade Anomaly. Anomaly revived. Lieutenant Axis Army charging forward. We're going to be seeing an airstrike here in just a moment. Incoming airstrike to the second lower tier. Airstrike incoming now. Does it take anybody down? Fire for effect, and no one taken down as the airstrike does not clear the Allied defense of NARF tonight. 6:54 on the clock. Wonderdog, what's going down?
NARF again, just using those airstrikes to their effect. Anomaly trying to come up from the front, and he gets owned by his own man. Oopsie, that was not quite what he intended to see happen. And just taking a look here, a number of NARF players going down. I don't see any allies to come up, or any Axis players to come up and grab those documents. BeavermanA being one of the only men left, along with Mark. Looks like a number of them have just respawned, though, and they're able to push back against the Axis incursion. Unable to get into the Axis team, and oh boy, the Allies are all over this. This is looking very, very solid here for them on the defensive end. Looking here at the one player, G, who's hanging out in the document room getting shot off long range. It looks like HV's putting a lot of pressure here to try and take down any of the players who are close to that document area on that roof from long range. And unable to do so far has been the push of HV, as here they come swarming through the outside, planting some dynamite on the fortress wall. Over to you.
Taking a look now. There's the dynamite plant on the fortress wall at 545. The red light ticking away. Red light underway now. Following the incoming HV roster and taken down. There's some more support fire. You called it, Wonderdog. It's the support fire that is kicking their ass in 1944. BeavermanA, but we gotta grab out of nowhere. Grab now. Documents are grabbed and then return just a moment before the Axis can get their hands on them. The grubby little allies make the return, and the documents are now safe. 5-0. NARF has learned how to hold off high voltage. They've learned from the last round, the last set, and the Allies reclaim the shipping hallways. That is a vital key right there, showing that NARF is very, very aggressive on their defense here tonight, and you've got to control that flag. That is exactly what they're doing, unlike HV, who are more concerned about controlling the fortress and allowing NARF to march forward. That could be a critical difference in their strats tonight that may have led us to that 2-0 lead that NARF have so far.
Again, we're down to 4 minutes and 45 seconds left on the clock, Warwitch. And this push here that they're getting here, HV now starting to come out. A few players, one or two, coming through the outside of the fortress, through those south service hallways, now being met by Lynch. Lynch being mowed down, though. Rev 316 going to try and back him up. He's also a lieutenant. Number of lieutenants on both teams right now. Rev 316 still alive. Looks like a couple of revives here for Anomaly, and I'm going to see who his partner is here. Partner just mowed down. That was either Deftone or Grim Touch, and that little push is also done. Again, this floating defense that that NARF is using, they're just sort of floating around the top and around the side towards the allied spawn, and they're using their airstrikes and support fire to their advantage on the dual ladder approach to the upper tier of the fortress. And HV has yet to really make a solid push since the last round. And just everything momentum carrying NARF's way. You have to think, if they don't cap here, this game is over to be sure, Warwitch.
You know, absolutely. 339. And just taking a look here, switching to color commentary mode, the Axis goat whispering in my ear, and he's telling me, he's saying, Warwitch, the crossfire that NARF has set up is really what is dominating here tonight. I am watching HV come out of the service hallways up across the fields of snow, trying to break through the trees and head towards the fortress, but they are literally being hit by crossfire from every side, and the guns are hot for the NARF Allied Coalition defense. They are not missing their target. Rev 1316 is on fire, single-handedly taking down two members of the Axis HV team by himself, running out of ammo, pulling out a pistol, and then finishing off the job, and then ensuring their corpses are dead with a nice grenade toss, leaving nothing left behind. Clearly, the fragging is going in favor of the NARF team right now, as they are locking down the control of the upper tier. 247, three-man defense here. Several Axis members now spotted down below in the second tier, but HV have lost their momentum tonight. I'm not sure what happened. It looks like their cogs and the Axis tank are beginning to crumble here from the spam of the NARF roster, because clearly HV is struggling now. It looks like communications beginning to break down. The pushes are not getting the kind of momentum they had at one time, Wonderdog, and it looks like frustration might be setting in for high voltage. If they're going to have a chance in this game, like you said, they do need to make a grab, and they do need to get themselves on the board, because I really doubt that they'll be able to hold off NARF for another 10 solid minutes in the next set.
Boy, you hit the nail right on the head, Warwitch. You look at the way this defense is standing up, and the medics are just working well with the lieutenants. I maybe see three lieutenants, three medics tops, nobody else. They are just working it like machines, and really pulling it off. And as well as those smoke and the crossfire, you get the airstrikes coming in as well, defending where NARF is not. And really working well that way, and plus their ability to react to whatever HV is throwing out. The medic work, the crossfire, and the airstrikes are what is causing all the havoc for HV. And I gotta tell you, Warwitch, no matter which way HV is coming from, I've watched them from the outside, I've watched them from the inside, I've watched them come towards the spawn, I've watched them come from the fortress wall. They are not getting up onto that roof in the aggressive push that they need. They're coming up in ones, maybe two, but they're not working together. HV looking very uncoordinated right now, and I think you're right. I think they're panicking. I think they're stopping the communication. I think they're trying to work it and trying to be the superhero, trying to put everything on their shoulders. Not playing a team game as we hear that 1 minute warning. Warwitch, I don't think HV is going to do it. It looks like a back-to-back full hold for the NARF defense.
No, absolutely. NARF right here, unable to let it go. There's some nice support fire that clears away three of the members of the upper tier defense, but NARF has stacked six-member defense on the top. 39 seconds and a grab, but Mark of NARF makes the return. Another grab, too little, too late. Silence HV. 30-second warning now on the clock right now. Trying to get home, trying to get it done. Skiing down the hills on the Axis skis. Incoming airstrike. It looks like he is down, and the documents are in the field. Grabbed then right now by the ever so valiant and gallant maneuvers of the Axis team, but the Allies make the return, and at 15 seconds, the G says, Hoocha, and makes the return. It is back and secure. 8-second garbage time now underway. NARF ain't gonna give nothing up in BoB 2 tonight with 3, 2, and a 1. HV can't do it.
Allies win.
Wow.
Warwitch, I tell you, when it comes down to RTCW, the team that can understand what the other team is doing and react to that on the defensive end is going to win the games, and that is exactly what they've done. They've seen what HV has thrown at them. HV has thrown everything. They've thrown the kitchen sink. They've thrown the, the couch. They've thrown the television set. They've thrown the llama at NARF, and NARF is not buckling. They're bending, but they are not buckling. And as we get ready for round number 4, brought to you by round number, what are we on, 6 now? We're no round 5.
Round 4, set 2.
Round 4, set 2, brought to you by psychoservers.com. Home of the Psycho Sweepstakes. You get a chance to win yourself $25. www.psychoservers.com for details. I have absolutely what HV has got to do on defense, but I know Mother Momentum is all on the side of the Narcotics Are Fun clan.
Narcotics Are Fun have got their eyes locked on the Golden Cup of Victory at BoB 2 RTCW. No one is going to stand in their way, especially High Voltage. They've got that 2-0 lead. They now have got them figured out. High Voltage is struggling. HV can stay in this game if they can hold off NARF for a solid 10 minutes on the clock. Can it be done? Yes. HV is the team that can get it done. Their offensive is struggling, but their defense has been rock solid, especially in these latest rounds and latest sets at the 9:01 mark here tonight. Let's cover the action as the service door is breached. NARF now striking very hard and coming directly for the heart of the HV roster. Incoming rush now out of the service hallways, waiting for the Axis team. No sign into the snow. Dynamite plant near the fortress wall, brought to you by the engineer, and we've got ourselves a pause in the game. Something's going down.
Anomaly's got the ping problems.
Well, that'll do it every time. Tonight and back in 105 TSN.
PsychoServers.com is your direct source for all your online gaming needs. Offering one-stop shopping for high-quality game server rentals, web hosting, and voice communication hosting tailored for the needs of competitive gaming. Psycho Servers specialize in assisting customers to attain a fierce presence on the online gaming community. They take the hassle out of getting the things you need, leaving more time for you to stomp out the competition. Psycho Servers offer custom-tailored services, prices, and the support to fit your needs. They pride themselves on offering personal attention to you, the gamer, thus the online community as a whole. So just remember, www.psychoservers.com. Insane performance, crazy prices.
Dynamite planted. Get out of there, move it! Negative. I'm a soldier.
The invasion of Normandy continues tonight on N as we bring you RTCW from the OGL.
Welcome back. Standing by 30 seconds. It looks like Anomaly's still down in the field. We might have another timeout. Coming back here on the server gives us a chance, Wonderdog, to chat a little bit about what's happened so far. Give the storyline. Here's the deal. Round 1, set 1, 3:07 by NARF. Get it done. HV unable to beat that time. 1-0 in favor of NARF. Round 2, Set 1, HV 5:45 grab time, but NARF, or HV, disheartened as NARF crushed that time at 4:39, 2-0 lead. Round 3, Set 1, both teams go for a full hold of a solid 10 minutes. Round 4, Set 1, HV unable to get anything done in 10, and now NARF underway to try to get something done with 8:45 on the clock. We are currently in a timeout waiting for Anomaly to join the server.
You know, Warwitch, again, I go back to the thing I said at the beginning of the game, where HV dropped from the server, NARF kind of ran around, was loose, was in the flow, was kind of had their mojo going, so to speak, and then for them to just, for HV to come back in and play at their top game without having kind of warmed up and got their mojo going, they pulled themselves out and sat for a minute while they discussed server options with the OGL administration. And finally they rejoined, but you gotta think that is not good for HV. They got crushed in the first round. They came back with a great time. NARF then beat it. They got the hold they needed, but then NARF once again going one up on them, getting not one, but two back-to-back full hold times. NARF is just stepping up their gameplay in every facet. Offense, defense, gunplay, airstrikes. They have read the HV offense. They have found it lacking. They have fought them on the beaches. They have fought them in the air. They have fought them in their homes. You name it. They are doing what it takes to win the Battle of the Beachhead 2.
And that's what's going down tonight here. The Battle of Agents, BoB 2. Return to the Castle Wolfenstein. Back and live in a moment.
This is London. London calling in the home, overseas, and European services of the BBC and through United...
Enough of that! Hey! Who started the game? Wait a minute, what's going on here? London calling. See you guys. Germany calling. 819. Here I am just playing Sounders, and the game is back underway. 815. We better kick some ass, Wonderdog. It's time to get going again. Axis NARF team. Looks like they've got something cooking. Upper tier incoming now. Rev 1316. Here's the medic with the grab. Wonderdog, he's got it. Is he free and clear? Can he go all the way? We're going to find out. 757 hopping down. Skiing down, Wonderdog. Take it away, buddy. Ooh-cha.
I've got a lock on him, but he takes kind of a bad bounce as he heads into the trees, but he's got some support now with him. He went the long way, and he's heading out the door. He is gone. He is down the service hallways with 742 left. Lynch now taking the lead, looking for any enemies coming in. He's getting some ammo from his buddy. He didn't have any bullets left in his gun, but now he's full up again. Two men come in and back him up, and now begin to push towards the capture point. I have a feeling that there is scant seconds left in HV's BoB 2 life. They are going towards that capture point. That's it. It's over.